After a brief technical hiatus, we are back and the stock market remains rigged. But if you were using Rigged AI, May 28th, 2024, it worked perfectly with mean reversion. So guys, it comes down to TKO. Can you follow it? TKO. Tradability. Do not trade before 1300, bulls below, bears above. There's three. These three bouncing bulls right here. Let's look at these things. Buying and holding 172%, 373%, 240%. Drawdown on some of these is nasty. Nasty. But you got the win. And this is where Komodo comes in. When you see this alert, we see, hey, 31.11% win rate, P is 0. Is it worth a shot? The new thing we debuted, Komodo target range, based off of historical data and a little bit of black magic in there, on what potential entry prices could be. So for this one, 54 to 60, start price is 67. If you bought it at 54, you did not draw down like this, and you returned over 200%. That is TKO, using Komodo and using the brand new KTR. But SPY, not really the one to trade today. And that's because of the on fire. Let's move to the Qs. All right, a little bit higher volume, right? And this is a very clean tag. 1345, let's scroll down and find this bad boy. Here you go. KTR, wow, 29 cents. You don't even get it. It just goes straight to 5x in an hour. A little bit of a scary bounce there at the blue line, but you did eventually get it. Here, 1430, you're looking at this bull. Remember, guys, when the chart looks like this, and it's pure nukeage, right? This is a pure nuke. 1414, 16 minutes later, you're down $1. That is a nuke. You don't want to look for mean reversion until when? Until we get to like 2 or 3 strikes. And look at this thing. Bottoms at 2, consolidates a little bit up, and then just absolutely rips into the close. Craziness, ridiculousness, but that's markets. That's just what they do. If you traded in 9C and you were still on the computer at 15:57, 3 minutes before the close, it's like they know. Spot price is 459. Strike is 459. Starts at 18 cents. You end at 64, 250% in 3 minutes. That's amazing. All right, we got that. If we say do not trade before 1300, the TKO. Tradability says at the end of the session, look for mean reversion to the blue line. So what does that tell us? We come down here, we're down 2. It's not going any further. Typically, nightmare mode, they're gonna bring it back to the blue, and they even went above it here on the QQQ, an absolute hawk move into the close. And what's gonna be really cool is next I'm gonna show you some of the KTR ranges for these actual option contracts. So we're gonna look at the 458 on QQQ, and then we're also going to look at the 528 or maybe 529. Let's go there now. So here we are looking at the chart for the 528 call option on SPY. This alert comes in at 1458, meaning you receive it right here at 1459. It's based on activity in the previous 1 minute candle. Win rate's only 31%, P is 0, but this fits tradability, right? Because tradability, strategy, what has happened before, what could happen, is we get mean reversion back to the blue line. But KTR right here is telling us, hey, this thing doesn't win very high. When it does win, the drawdown's typically in this range. 54 cents to 60 cents. We're actually going to be making some modifications to this after a little bit more back testing. So you get the lowest absolute price right here at 15.16. So if you set your limit order at 54 cents, you would have gotten filled. You're getting filled somewhere in here because we're in the 52-ish range. Okay. You survive the one low point right there at 47 cents. And then after that, what is this? 15, 16 to 25, 11 minutes. You peak at 112. So that is 100% return, right? Because we're going from 54 to 112, 100%, 20 minutes. That's amazing, and that is what the system is designed to do. We do not need to rush into trades. Now, P is 0, so it's not statistically relevant yet, but it can be just good enough, and in this situation, it was. We're looking for bulls below the blue line for mean reversion at the end. That's what tradability says. And you get it, you get filled. And if you're a madman still holding because you're an absolute gangster, I mean, this thing goes to 239. I think this is probably the close. Went up a little bit in the after hours market. But still, going from 54, what is this right up here? Like call it 180? I mean, so 54 to 180. I mean, this is 233%. And again, we're not doing anything special. No magic lines, no nothing like that. Copy trading Wall Street and using Wall Street's flow to set a baseline for our entries. I think this looks even better on QQQ. Just want to go to that next. Obviously, we never know if you're going to get this kind of crazy ramp here at the end. It's been happening frequently in the last 10 minutes. So one of the things I like to do, let's say we're buying 10 contracts here at 54, $500. I will set a 20% stop loss, which obviously doesn't really get hit, and then try and sell like 8 of them for 100%, which would have happened in 10, 15 minutes, and see if we could ride the rest. At one point, I had like 100-something QQQ calls that I bailed on too early. But that's trading, baby. Now let's go look and see how KTR did on the QQQ. 1353, right here. On fire notification, sent by email, sent by Discord. We're probably going to send it by everything. When you get this kind of move that quickly, 100% that quickly, 10 minutes, whatever it was, it is the sign to tune in. Lock in. And you could have taken this trade, right? You're late to it. You go back to the blue line, and then it nukes. And when I was streaming this live in Discord, I was like, you can trade this if you want. But without the bull bombs right here, I'm scared. No bombs, no trade is typically the way to go. Not to mention this. Open session, obviously the most volatility, but they've been ping-ponging it just at this strike, 459 the entire session before moving down to, $2 exactly, $2.17. So let's say you skip this one. You take the next one. This one is still a good trade because we are only one strike down from the blue line. Blue line's 459.15, and you are at 458. You can take that, okay? And this does great, I'm sure. 121%, and you're getting that 121% in 16 minutes. That's what it should feel like. It should be fast. Bing, bang, boom. Win rate on this thing was low. But sometimes you can chase the move and get lucky. But really, what you're looking for is, we say it right here, end of the session, mean reversion to the blue line. And you get that. And that's where KTR comes in. Komodo, tradability on fire. So we've been looking at it on fire. We know that this is late. You're down 2 strikes, low volume, nightmare mode, 3 strikes is doubtful. This is where you have plenty of time to get out of puts if you're still holding them. Now, we would have loved a bull bomb right here, and you could have taken it if you wanted to on your own, flying solo. But this is at 1507, and you'll notice drawdown of 35% in 9 minutes. But the range that we give you through KTR, 38 cents to 42 cents. So it's starting at 47. We want to target 38 to 42. Now let's see what that looks like. So here we are looking at the chart for the 458 call option, which expires today. That fires at 1507. You get it here at 1508. Win rate, 37%, or 31%, excuse me, garbage. P is 0. The interesting thing is MGA, extremely high, 282%, and DHD is minus 10.65%. That is a difference between selling at max gain or just holding that thing until the end. We're going to be bringing some changes into the application soon that's just going to say long hold or quick flip. This one is a long hold because DHD, if you do win, 31%. P isn't there, but life's not perfect. So when we look at this trade, we hit a low at 26 cents, which is 38 cents or 38% down from here. But if you filled anywhere in this range for 38 cents, right? So you fill it, you set your profit target to 100%, and you're getting that in 10 minutes from here to here, right? Survive the drawdown, 10 minutes, nightmare mode. We should be playing with fun money anyway. There's nothing wrong with taking 100%. I mean, if you left runners on, it goes all the way up to 347. But there was an opportunity to get back into the trade again in the last 10 minutes, which is not something advisable, recommended, because of how crazy it is. And in the month of May especially, we've seen just stupid ramps like this in the last 10 minutes. But really excited about what KTR is going to bring, because let's say see the win rate 31%, we'll probably make some changes and expand this to like a 10% range and try and get you in on the lower end. Because we know if the win rate is low, historically, that means we're buying too high and not selling high enough. So we'll look to bring this down, because if this was like 30 cents and you filled here, man, this trade, 10 minutes, be even juicier. Can't wait. Cooking up a lot of different things right now, and all of it with the goal of putting you, the individual retail trader, in a position where you just have to manage a trade. I mean, trading is still extremely hard. Took like a bunch of positions to 100% around here, and if I would have held everything, it'd be like 4 or 5x. Because I see this KTR, I'm like, oh, 38, I'm gonna go 32, 34, whatever. Do what you want, trade how you want. This is a free country, liberty for all, and justice and things like that. Lots and lots of cool things happening here at Rigged AI. Shout out to all of the trial members who have decided to join us. The one speech that I always give everyone, it takes time to learn this system. And trading is really hard, even if you have a good system. Now, we are working our tails off relentlessly, coming up with new ways to just get you in a position where you have to manage a trade. And if you're buying lower, and if the probability here is higher, maybe you win more. And maybe you won't blow up your entire account. Thanks for watching. Keep it extra frosty. Short week this week, but may the green streaks continue. Au revoir.